We have two of the latest phones right now, Samsung Galaxy S25 Fan Edition versus Xiaomi 15T Pro, the autumn flagship from Xiaomi. We got selfie video recording 4K 30 FPS and also testing the audio of both phones. Let's check the autofocus and the details on my face. How about the colors of the clouds, the sky, and the grass? Let's check the autofocus. Alright, let the camera comparison begin. On daylight ultra-wide images, the colors is popping out a bit more on Xiaomi 15T Pro and natural looking but brighter on Galaxy S25 FE.
With things I can't believe, fake news coming off my screen.
On the main sensor test, equally good on both phones. I don't see any difference. Maybe the background blur is stronger on Xiaomi phone, which is nice, and also the autofocus is better.
In reality.
This is the battle of the zoom, and we got 5x on Xiaomi and only 3x on S25 FE. In terms of details, there's more details on the new Xiaomi flagship.
My favorite color. So paint me.
We got 3x macro on Xiaomi 15T Pro. We also have 100 times zoom, which is really nice. On portrait mode 1x, you would see that the images on Xiaomi is brighter than Galaxy S25 FE, but Galaxy is natural looking compared to the competition.
One, try to start a revolution. You still got the same face.
On 2x, both phones are really good details on the face. If you zoom in again, brighter on Xiaomi 15T Pro and HDR looking on S25 FE, this is a matter of personal taste.
And the tongue of a liar.
Battle of the portrait zoom, I like 5x on Xiaomi 15T Pro. There's more details compared to the 3x of S25 FE.
Tastes like water. You're so vanilla.
The selfies are a bit washed out on both phones if there's a strong light source, but you got better contrast on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Now this is the video quality test. Again, S25 FE versus Xiaomi 15T Pro. I'm holding both phones, as you can see on my silhouette. 0.6x on both phones. Look at the flaring and the colors of the sky and the grass. Let's check the autofocus. How about the details on the floor? Which phone is better? Checking the stabilization. And a little bit of vlogging test on both phones. Samsung Galaxy S25 FE versus Xiaomi 15T Pro. Let's check the main sensor. This is the main sensor test. Again, 4K 30 FPS using the internal microphone of both phones. So we got a more colorful look on Xiaomi 15T Pro compared to the natural looking S25 FE. Look at the color of the sky. Let's check the autofocus. Slower focus on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Maybe it's a feature of a phone that it gradually focuses whatever is in front of the camera. Who knows? Look at that. Takes 3 seconds to focus. Let's check the video stabilization. Checking the zoom, we got 3x on S25 FE and 5x on Xiaomi 15T Pro. I like the details, the colors of the Xiaomi phone. And going for the 4D zoom, we got 12x on S25 FE and 15x on Xiaomi 15T Pro. We still have a lot of details on the Xiaomi phone, which is great. Checking night shot on the ultra-wide battle, we got a warmer white balance on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Sometimes a bit inconsistent depending on the situation. On pitch black, S25 FE has better exposure. On the main sensor, I like the colors on Xiaomi 15T Pro. I like the contrast compared to Galaxy. And on pitch black condition, both phones are equally good. And lastly, going for the zoom, you got more details on S25 FE on 3x and also a bit brighter on pitch black condition. This is the low light video test starting with Samsung Galaxy S25 Fan Edition in 4K 30 FPS using the selfie camera, and we're also using the internal microphone of this phone. And this is the newest autumn flagship Xiaomi 15T Pro in 4K 30 FPS using the selfie camera, also using internal microphone. Now let's check the rear cameras. Now we're testing the rear cameras of both phones. So we have Samsung Galaxy S25 FE versus Xiaomi 15T Pro. This is the ultra wide in 4K 30 FPS 12 megapixel sensor on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Which phone do you think is better in terms of the ultra wide? We're switching to 1x or the main sensor. Again, S25 FE versus Xiaomi 15T Pro. Which phone do you think is better? I think I like Xiaomi 15T Pro more compared to the Galaxy phone. It is brighter and also sharper compared to Galaxy S25 FE. Switching to the optical zoom, 3x on Galaxy S25 FE, and we have 5x on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Look at the colors. I think Xiaomi 15T Pro is closer in reality. Also, it's brighter compared to the Galaxy phone. And going for the 4D zoom, we got 12x on S25 FE and 15x on Xiaomi 15T Pro. And lastly, we're testing the special features of both phones, starting with Samsung Galaxy S25 FE's portrait video 4K 30 FPS. We can shoot portrait video on both the rear and the selfie. We also have portrait video, which we call bokeh, on Xiaomi 15T Pro. In terms of video resolution, we got 8K video recording on Galaxy S25 FE. And also that beautiful 8K video recording on Xiaomi 15T Pro. Which phone do you think is better in terms of the camera performance? Galaxy S25 FE or Xiaomi 15T Pro? Leave your comment down below, and as always, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.